Hello, this is Rain. Welcome to Chaos Connections, the Not Safe for Work podcast, removing the filters from the Instagram of parenting and life. We are three moms, Harley, Rain, and Raven, parenting our darling demonic children through various steps and phases of their lives while trying to maintain relationships, careers, a sense of humor, and our sense of self. Join us through our triumphs, laugh at and commiserate with our struggles, marvel at our batshit crazy lives. Just be mindful of our motto: fuck around and find out.
Greetings from the nether. No, this is Harley. What's up, guys? I don't know. I was gonna say nether regions, and I was like, wait, that's something.
No, we
We're
are
not in your
the
nether
crotch goblins
regions.
in
No,
the story.
we're not
We're not in your nether regions. Anyway, so today I'm gonna be real with y'all, okay? We have the Moms of Chaos, myself, Rain, who just went off screen, and Raven. We have not done a pulse check with each other in about a week. And that is because shit
fucking hex.
has been chaotic. So
Oh my
you
God.
are gonna get
So chaotic.
you're gonna get the joys of listening in to our tribe's pulse check on one another. Before we do that, we do want to let you know the following. Raven, my dear.
Thank you, darling. Yes, we want to remind you that the people hosting this podcast are what you might call alternative. We have tattoos and piercings. We love other people with tattoos and piercings. We love people that are, part of the Rainbow Brigade and part of the Alphabet Mafia. We love them and we protect them. So please do not fucking come for them or we will fucking come for you. So make sure you want to be here because our motto is fuck around and find out for a reason.
Agreed.
This episode also, because this is a pulse check, we have no idea what's been going on with each other. So we're just going to cover our bases, and this may contain subjects that may be a little uncomfortable for some. We're choosing to air it because we believe the subject matter or what the subject matter is representing, the pulse check of your tribe, may be important to, some people or all
To
people
all persons.
or something like
all
that.
persons.
Anyway, and
So, all right. So
I ad-libbed this shit. You guys know that.
So Rain, she's mentioned before that she was in the market for a job. She landed a job. Yay!
I'm glad you said for a job because I was going to go somewhere else with that.
As soon as Rain was coming out of the job hunt, I was making my grand entree. I have not had.
Oh, there's some overlap.
There is some overlap. I have not had full-time employment since the beginning of July. I have been on the hunt for a new job since July. That has been. It actually hasn't been as bad as I anticipated it being, but it ain't easy out there. There's some slim pickings, y'all, and my family and I. It's not that I want to have an indulgent lifestyle, but I have salary requirements.
There's a lifestyle that you are accustomed to and what you're...
I have salary requirements to just make sure we have a roof over our head. And getting those salary requirements met has been a little bit of a struggle bus situation. And then also I have my buying tendencies that I have to try to fight back and keep at bay because you
and me both, lady.
Rather than a new tattoo, I have decided that my next quote unquote body modification is actually going to be a lip piercing. on the left side of my
Interesting.
lower lip to counterbalance the right nostril piercing.
See, I can't decide if I want this one or if I want like the dimples.
Oh, don't do the dimples.
Because my eyebrow, y'all see my lovely eyebrow piercing, right? That's not there because I rejected it and my eyebrows are not shaped right for it. And I was very sad.
So
I don't do the dimples.
I'm just waiting impatiently until I get another tattoo because I haven't been able to get one the last couple times these crazy bitches went to go get tattoos. And
Sorry, boo.
you're fine. I'm the broke bitch of the group. I'm used to it. It's all good. I have tattoos. I just don't have as many as I would like. But no, I did recently land a job. I have been training for a grand total of 5 days total. I am reminded how much I love navigating call center databases and whatnot because we're training right now.
If your lack
But
of
I am
tattoos,
good at really good. But I am really good at training because I did kind of take over training this morning when we finished a section and the person was having issues with their system and they had to call IT. So I just kind of took over.
if your lack of tattoos, if it makes you feel any better, I had money saved up for a rather large piece, and I have since joined the ranks of the job hunting along with my Chaos Sisters. So that money that I had saved up is probably going to have to be used to pay a couple of bills in the interim while I hunt down a job. So I am very sad about that.
Yeah, but you know what?
You will get back there.
You'll get back there. You'll get back there. You saved it once. You can save it again. Or you can pay off a credit card and then use that credit card free balance to pay for a tattoo. But I'm a bad influence, so don't listen to me.
Yeah,
Do not listen to her.
So I actually started seeing a new therapist because the last one that I had, it turns out, and she was wonderful, don't get me wrong, but it turns out that it was a very short program to try to help teach you some skills instead of actual therapy, which is what I need. So I have a therapist. I met her yesterday, and I think we're going to be able to work together. So I did tell her that, my spending habits are out of control. The amount of shit in my house is out of control because of my spending habits. My debt to income ratio is out of control because of my spending habits. And my poor Dar is just along for the ride, and he really wishes things were not like they are. So I can't exactly say that I didn't do this to us. So,
Girl, same boat. You and I. We're doing this the rowing canoe action in the Olympics. We're neck and neck. We're in the same motherfucking race.
Same motherfucking race.
So
I'm not enjoying this whole being unemployed bullshit.
So one thing I will say is both of y'all needed to get out of the jobs that you were in. Y'all were both stupidly stressed. It was fucking with your health
Yeah.
and everything else. So just because you needed the paycheck, and believe me, I fucking get that. I would love to get into a project manager or a training or a coordinator position. That's shit that I know that I'm good at. That's shit that I thrive at. But you guys were having y'all were having some serious issues that you were trying to just suck it up. And while that's great and necessary because fucking adulting, and nobody told us that this subscription was cancelable.
God. Oh, and they didn't warn us about the fucking menopause subscription either, so I'm really pissed about that.
Oh, I still need to go see my doctor about
right now,
that.
I'm super pissed.
Oh,
because
good. Okay.
I'm perimenopause,
Yes.
and I'm currently bleeding like a stuck fucking pig. So I'm dealing with both of them right now. So
Well, menopause itself is a single day that defines the difference between perimenopause and the rest of your life.
Great.
I'm in peri right now, so therefore
Same.
it's fucking crazy.
Peri can last anywhere from 8 to 10 years.
Fuck
This is some
my
horseshit.
life.
I agree with you.
Somebody needs to come and bless my house and put like a invisible shield barrier of some sort around Joker, because Raven and Rain, I when you're a female or a person who is having a bit of an emotional imbalance, you don't recognize it. Okay. You think that
Oh
your
my God, no,
reaction,
you're in the middle of it and you're like, everything is fine.
you think your reactions are justified. I thought that I was fine and normal and dandy, and Raven and Rain were like,
Then one of your lovely friends.
Harley, um, how old are you? You know that you could be perimenopause. I was like, nah. I have no way of knowing because I had that factory burned to the ground. But but
Same.
but
Dude, factory still seems like it's working, although it is closed for business, and I'm going through it. So
but
yeah,
so some of the from
You
my
have no outward indicators.
correct some from what I understand, some of the more identifiable alerts that you're entering that stage of life, I am not privy to those because I had my factory burned to the ground. Like you there's ashes,
Yeah,
y'all.
same.
so I'm going to point out to you guys because my factory is closed. It's not burned. I'm still having to deal with the
You,
monthly
you still
riots.
got an admin in the office settling final accounts and whatnot.
Yeah, she's been settling final accounts for like a fucking 8 years now. I'm done. Um, but even those outward things, no. When you don't have a period anymore, great, grand, wonderful. But that's not what tells you you're in perimenopause.
Nope.
And I
So
can say that because right here, I'm dealing with this shit.
So
fun fact, everybody knows that, like, hot flashes and night sweats are a thing that happens when you go through this stage of life, right? But what they haven't told us, because our mothers and grandmothers were kept ignorant and kept each other ignorant because it was too taboo to speak about. We don't speak about women's issues, right? They don't tell you that you have estrogen receptors in every single system of your body. So when that estrogen starts to decline, those systems are going to go a little nuts. Those systems include your cognitive function, your hair, your skin, your digestion, your sleep, all kinds of really fun bullshit that they don't tell you about. And then you want to kill somebody.
yeah.
And yes, I can do that with a smile on my face.
Yeah.
Because she's batshit crazy right now.
Mhm.
Well, actually, we're all batshit crazy, but that's not the
Little
point.
bit. So
She's batshit or better. She's more batty. There we go. I got
Yeah.
words.
I
See? Cognitive function.
I was told in a very stern, no playing, matter of fact manner that I was being exponentially bitchy to Joker. And I was like, what are you talking about? They're like,
I don't know who ever. I don't know who ever would have told you that you were being.
Only because we love you and want to help you save your marriage if it's possible.
if it's possible.
Like if he's not completely done with your shit yet.
No.
He's put up with her this long, and she is a brat.
How is Dar not done with my shit yet?
Oh,
I don't understand.
dude.
And God love that man.
I'm not allowed to say what I typically say for that answer.
So, all right.
He gets mad at me.
So, okay.
He
So,
is such a sweetheart.
Real talk. We've talked about this before. I have ADHD. All right. I've had ADHD.
Like a motherfucker.
I've had ADHD for years. I call my ADHD medication my happy pill. And the other day, Joker and I were driving somewhere and I hadn't taken my happy pill. And I was just ping, 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 ping. And I was like, and I stopped and I like put my hands on my lap and I looked over at him and I was like, bro. He goes, what? I said, how the fuck have you put up with me for so long without a happy pill? I don't have a happy pill and I'm annoying the shit out of myself.
Yeah. My sweet apprentice too gets like that because they do have ADHD, but they're not ready to tackle medication for it. And frankly, they're old enough that they can decide. It's their body, their choice. I can't make them take it unless I like grind it up in their food, and that just seems really shitty to do to a medication that's not Midol. Disclaimer, I have not done that to my children. I did that to my younger sister when she hit that phase of life because she was a goddamn terror. And I want to apologize for it. That's why she's still alive. But yes, Apprentice 2, seriously, there's times that they'll get just ping, 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 ping. And I'm like, okay, I can't. You got to slow down. You got to hit me with one thing at a time, wait for me to respond, and then you can come back with something else because I can't keep up.
No.
And they're like, oh, really?
Yeah. No, like
Really?
legit. I feel like people who have listened to more than one episode, they may realize that the train seems to go in a roundabout way, but it does all come back.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
It does all come back to the station. All right. And once you've been
So
with us for a while, it'll
I need to.
eventually.
I'm going to interrupt. I'm going to interrupt because yes, my happy pill is in effect too because I do have ADHD. It's not near well, depends on the day on if it's as bad as Harley's or not. But it's also one of the reasons why I started pointing out when she interrupts the fuck out of me and kind of hijacks things, which is why I just did it to her as payback because she's done it to me all the fucking time.
anyway. So
I know. I love you too,
the
sweetheart.
the conversation train takes a circuitous, it takes the scenic route, but we always come back to the point.
Oh,
When
That's
no.
because we have a scrum. Well, we have a scrum master on.
The scenic route. I got a story for that one.
when Harley doesn't have her happy pill, the scenic route
The scenic is cross
the
country.
scenic route becomes intergalactic. All right, because
Intergalactic
Now I've got Beastie Boys in my head.
you won't. There is no following my train of thought when I have not had my happy pill. And even when I take the time to pause and breathe and explain how I got to talking about ants crawling up the anthill in our front yard to talking about
really do
traffic
appreciate
in Timbuktu.
really appreciate the map from point A to point Z because that's helpful for those of us that don't have ADHD and we did not come in on point Y where you started.
Well, even
Yeah, we started at Y and then we ended up at D.
when we
Yeah, see, we need the map.
stop fucking interrupting me, goddammit. So what happens
Sorry.
is there is you won't even when I stop and pause and draw out the map quest directions for you of how I got from point A to point Z, people are like, I don't see the fucking connection. And I'm gonna have to tell we're gonna have to do a Patreon special about my encounter with edibles because I'm just gonna tell you right now, okay? When I'm
Your encounter
trying
with edibles, or when you came up to visit an encounter with edibles?
when I came to visit my encounter with edibles. So because ladies and gentlemen, I started talking in binary. And so but the reason I come to that, the reason I bring that up is because me trying to explain my thought process without my happy pill to get you from point A to point B where I am is me going 0110. It's 0110. And you're going to be like,
And she answered in binary.
I don't know what that means, honey.
She's not a computer nerd.
Doesn't even speak binary.
I don't.
She doesn't. She's not a programmer.
No, I'm not.
But
No,
she
so-
started talking in binary. And
Dar-
I'm gonna shut up before we get completely off topic and
Dara's
go
been
into
able
that.
to. Dara's gotten a lot better about connecting the dots for me, about giving me the roadmap between where he started and how he got there, and all the points in between. Because for the first couple years of our marriage, I'm pretty sure I would yell at him for like, I don't fucking know what you're talking about. You started in the middle of a thought. What the hell is going on? And it wasn't very nice of me to yell at him, but I get it now.
So Captain, because I only recently got medicated, so I don't know how Captain survived that, but Captain
Or how
would
you
be- would
did.
go. Captain would go, stop, beginning, middle, end, go. And I think my favorite one that is the epitome of him realizing how bad my ADHD was.
You're on the wrong side of the river.
Yeah. So he pulled something up, and they were like using resin to take care of horses' hooves. It looked really cool.
Mhm. Yeah.
So we started talking about equestrian shit, which equals we're talking about horses. And my best friend, so therefore by proxy, my favorite movie is The Mummy.
The
One of my favorite movies.
1999 cinematic classic starring Brendan
Cinematic
Fraser and
masterpiece
Rachel
that is
Weisz.
Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz. Fucking
Anyhow.
love that movie.
Anyhow,
If you're gonna say it right, Rain.
I'm not going to go into all of that because they should know by now which fucking cinematic masterpiece we're talking about. Now, I'm going to continue with my story. Grr. So we're sitting there and we're talking about horses, and he's going into something because he used to volunteer at a horse sanctuary or whatever. And then I'm just sitting there, and we're in the smoke shack at the old house, and I just go, "Hey, Benny, you're on the wrong side of the river." And he goes, "What? What? What?"
Oh, he loses points for not recognizing that.
No, he knew where it was from. He knew
okay.
where it was
No.
from. But he's like,
No,
how?
He actually didn't know where it was from because the line is, "Hey, Benny, looks like you're on the wrong side of the river." You have to do the inflection like that. She said she did not. She didn't know you didn't because he told me the story, and you did not say
You weren't there.
He told me the story. He gave me his first-hand account. I was a detective taking the witness statement. I've been watching a lot of true crime, goddammit. Shut up.
Wait, hold on. Was his first-hand account possibly skewed by the fact that he didn't know what the correct inflection was?
No, he knows what the inflection is.
Oh no, he does because she had been to the house enough.
He made it a point to say if she would have said it in the sing-songy way, I would have known. And you also didn't say Benny. You literally just looked at him and said, "Huh, looks like you're on the wrong side of the river." And he was like,
and that's even better.
And he was like, "What the ever loving?"
And I'm going to say that's even better. I'm going to say that's even better because Raven is notorious. She doesn't say the line how it's presented in the movie. She just deadpans it. And it's in her typical voice, and it's just kind of going along with the thing, and then she sits there and she waits until somebody gets the freaking reference. And then if you don't get the reference, then she gets pissy.
No,
it's like,
I get
how the
sad.
fuck did you not know that?
I get sad because nobody gets Okay, to be fair, I have this really
fair.
weird superpower. To be
Where
fair.
the fuck does that come from?
I have
I
this
don't
really weird
understand that
superpower.
goddamn reference. Anytime you guys
Oh my god. Okay.
It's Letterkenny.
Okay. Hold on, I will come back to my story. So you need to go watch a TV show called Letterkenny. And you need to binge it with subtitles.
Okay.
So
oh my god, because you're gonna. Oh god.
We've got Canadians speaking very quickly in their Canadian language, their Canadian accents. Holy shit, Raven. And they can be difficult to understand if you're not like really tuning in. Like if you were listening to a bunch of Scottish folk at a football match talking to each other, you'd be like, "Did I come to Narnia? What the fuck is happening?"
Imagine listening to some rednecks or some backwood coonasses, and you're just putting it with a Canadian twist.
Yes. So anyway, Letterkenny is a jewel. I love it.
You understand that I've been around enough native folk who speak in hillbilly redneck and deep wilderness Canadian that I would probably be able to decipher it for you.
All right, give it a shot. So anyway, that's what To Be Fair is from. As they progress, the whole To Be Fair thing gets a little bit more elaborate with each season. It's really hilarious. That's why I said you have to binge it, but with subtitles. So anyway,
message it to me, Ray.
I have
Ray. Message it to me.
I fucking love it. Okay,
pause your stitch count.
I have messaged this to you because even Captain told you need. Even Captain has told you needed to fucking watch this show.
If you guys don't message me,
anyway, so I have this very weird superpower.
Story.
Okay, superpower is that I can pull random obscure quotes from movies, the kinds of quotes that served to give you like some background exposition or just fill in the holes, but they were not important to the plot, I can remember those and quote them. And then I'm sad when nobody gets my references, which is really dumb because those are almost throwaway lines.
Raven,
Okay, let's not forget they're almost they're down near throwaway lines. But not only are they throwaway lines, they're throwaway lines from movies from the 90s and early 2000s, and sometimes even
Raven,
beyond that
Raven.
in
I'm
reverse.
going to prime him.
Ma'am.
I'm going to prime him. But what I need you to do is when one of these obscure quotes enters your brain, I need you to message that quote to Joker.
I need
And
to record somebody's.
and the game is
Okay.
going to be you guys present obscure movie quotes to each other, and you can only reply. The only reply that
love
you
it.
can make to the quote is the name of the movie. Once you get the name of the movie, it is your
I think
turn to
that-
present the quote.
No, I think instead of the name of the movie, it should be a GIF of the movie
Or another quote from the movie.
or another quote from the movie. So you're going to need to get Joker's number because I think that's the one number you don't have.
I don't have a cell phone number, but I do have him on Messenger. So,
Well, that's true.
yes. Yes. So, joining the ranks of the unemployed,
I'm
on day 2
bringing
of my saga.
I'm bringing Joker in to the room so that we can tell him the story, the game.
Okay.
We need to outline the game. And
Okay.
BT dubs, for anybody who remembers the
Okay.
game,
Okay.
you just lost.
Oh, fuck you.
I'm not even sure what the fuck you said, but okay. I was not active listening because that was something that was.
So, it's really, really simple. Once you know about the game, you're playing the game. Once you think about the game, you've lost.
Okay.
So
So now you've
the
lost.
game, the goal of the
Yeah.
game is to forget that you're playing the game until somebody remembers you, until somebody reminds you, and then once you remember, you've lost. That is
Mhm.
why, and it
You get to fuck with
has
everybody else.
run rampant for
Because
years.
you're going to lose no matter what, but you got to make the other fuckers
It has
lose with
run
you.
rampant for years. So
Hi, Joker.
I just made everybody.
Oh
who's
yeah, I
watching
first learned
this-
about this when I was still active duty.
Yeah, I've just made everybody who's watching this and listening to this lose the game.
You lose.
All right, Joker, you and Raven are going to enter into a duel to the death, and these are the rules. Okay. All right. She gets first pick. Ladies go first. All right.
Okay.
We're gonna be nice.
Who are you calling a lady?
This is a good point.
It's a default term because she has the vagina, and I can speak from experience that Joker does not. Chivalry is not dead. Damn it. All right. Anyway, R.I.P. Poncho. So the game is this.
Yeah.
Raven
Yeah.
is going to message you. And the only correspondence that is permitted between the two of you is as follows. Raven is going to message you a random, obscure movie quote. Your only response is I will allow the title of the movie. I will allow a GIF of the movie.
She'll
Or
allow it.
a return quote of the movie. Once
From said same movie.
from said same movie. So once you have responded with one of those three and you are correct, Raven will then confirm whether or not you are correct. And then, and then it is your turn to present Raven with an obscure off the wall movie quote. It has to be a movie quote, cannot be a show quote, has to be a movie quote. Capiche?
So I can't use unagi.
Okay, friends.
Joker, you down?
Okay.
All right, you understand. All right, audience. Joker will be in the other room.
He does not seem very enthused.
Joker will be in the other.
He seems like grudgingly along for the ride.
Listen, Joker will be in the other room. He will just hear the opening music. Just the opening music. No words. Nay, all instrumental. And he'll be like, "Are you watching the 1995 Oscar winner starring Samuel L. Jackson?" Blah, 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 blah. And you're like, how the fuck do you know, bro? By the way, I have no idea if any of that information aligns with anything in actual existence, but there you go. And you're like,
Dude. No, Dar is weird because he'll hear a snippet of instrumental music from a movie, like somewhere in the middle. We're talking like the background music that nobody really pays attention to, but just kind of sets the scene. And he'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's XYZ scene from blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "How the fuck?"
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, it's called ADHD brains. They work weird,
yeah,
They really do.
But
and most of us are musically inclined.
Joker is a menace with movie quotes. I enjoy when I can stump him. I really, really do. And I stumped him with a quote. I
No,
stumped him with a
no.
quote.
You want to know what's really bad?
What?
No, what's really bad is you put Joker and Captain together and get them talking about books and freaking movies and whatever the fuck else they talk about, and then they're just talking in fucking quotes and lines from these random fucking places.
If we gave
We
them
could
both,
hide
and
and record
I
that
swear
and put
to
it on
God.
Patreon.
I was gonna say, I was just gonna say, if we give them both an 8-ball of cocaine, we could honestly have like a 7-day live stream of the two of them just talking about movies.
Yeah, we're not that.
I'm
That is
joking.
way out of our budgets.
Joking.
Way
I'm
out of our
joking.
budgets. I know you're joking. I'm just making sure.
Unless
I'm
you'll
making
know
sure
a
that it
guy.
is. I know plenty of people, but that's not the point. The point is that that's out of our budgets. Even if we were rolling in dough, that's out of our budgets.
I don't know. I thought if we were a rock star, we'd have a drug dealer on speed dial.
I'm kidding. Anyway,
Where I grew up, I knew plenty of them.
Love you. All right, limp your way out.
Sorry you got roped into our shenanigans, or you're welcome. I'm not sure.
Not so you're welcome. He signed up for this when he got with her.
Pretty much. All right. Oh my God. Okay.
He's like, I signed up for one crazy bitch, not 3 of them.
All right. So, y'all.
He's been dealing with
he's not disagreeing.
he's been dealing with 2 crazy bitches for fucking over a decade.
What I was going to say
What?
was, you said only signed up for 1, but there's 10 in that 1, so really, 13 is the number.
Baker's dozen. It's a baker's dozen. You're welcome. All right. Okay. So
Now I want donuts. Fuck you.
I got donuts earlier. I was actually able to eat a donut, y'all.
Ooh.
Oh, quick update on one of our episodes.
I want fucking chocolate. And my daughter went into the store and she didn't bring it. She got Captain stuff, but she did not get my fucking chocolate bar.
Did you send her back in?
No, because I wanted to get out of that freaking thing.
No. Oh,
Send her back in.
so all right.
Show her the error of her ways.
So okay. So we haven't done an in-depth pulse check. We've still been in contact with each other, but it's mainly been like stupid stuff. Like we haven't
You
gone.
still alive?
I can't
Okay,
sleep.
good.
I can't sleep. Let me send you a shit ton of reels.
We haven't done a deep dive. All right. But so I shared with Raven
Yeah,
and Rain
it's been a
that
while.
I found the perfect Christmas gift for them. And okay, y'all can judge me if you want, audience and Raven and Rain, because y'all may, because they already know it's a t-shirt. What I went ahead and did is we don't have to wear them at the same time. It's not like we wear pink on Wednesdays, but we can
We should start that, and we should also bring back Fetch.
no. That isn't gonna happen, Gretchen.
Okay, mean girls, calm down.
All right. Anyway,
Oh, so you agree? We're mean girls.
You can't sit with us.
you can't.
Okay, sorry. I'm good. I swear.
She skips out. I love it. Anyway, all right. So, I got us matching t-shirts. And you'll understand why I felt the need for all 3 of us to have this shirt when you see it. And you'll also understand why I want to gift it early, because it's perfect. It's perfect, and it's perfect year round. It really, really is. But yeah, I'm so fucking psyched. I kind of want to screenshot the order and send it to you guys so you guys can see it, but I kind of don't. But I kind of do because I kind of want to see y'all's reaction.
Don't. You'll wreck the surprise. You have to wait till we get it.
You're asking someone to be patient,
No, I'm asking somebody with ADHD to be patient.
whose love language is gift giving.
Huh?
You're asking a lot.
I know, but this is good practice.
And it's a thoughtful gift too. So I think that you guys will really enjoy it. I think you both will really, really enjoy it. That just makes me like more psyched for you guys to get it.
I do want to let it be known that I actually have part of the Moms of Chaos Christmas gift from Miss Harley is actually up on my shelf right there. And she got us a Damn It doll.
Ah, yeah, I did.
Harley, you're yeah, there you go.
My God, that took a minute.
My damn it doll went to work with me and then had to come home with me. These fuckers wanted me to wait for one of my coworkers to perp walk me out. And I went, no, that's not fucking happening. And I took my own goddamn self out.
It's like, nay, motherfucker, I can walk my own self out of here. I don't need to be perp walked because I don't want to fucking be here anymore. Fuck you.
And then a phone call. Well, did you leave your stuff? Yes. I left my badges and my computer on my desk. No need to contact me.
Leave me the fuck alone, motherfucker.
And then it turns out I forgot one of my badges and I took it home. And so then my coworker had to come to my house to get it. And I went, you want some whiskey for your troubles?
And then they about made her cry.
Yeah, they did. Fuckers.
Not in a they're being dicks ways. It was actually in a everybody the people that caused this are dicks.
Yeah. It was actually kind of nice to get some validation that I'm not completely crazy. That I was gaslighting myself into thinking that I caused most of this shit. And don't get me wrong, I made some mistakes. I did. But were they fireable offenses? I don't think so.
So
Raven,
I was kind of the one. Go ahead.
I just want to point out to our audience members, I am the only one giving you 110% of my attention. Raven is sitting here filing her nails, which you can hear on audio the entire fucking time, and Rain is counting stitches for her fucking crochet.
I'm not counting stitches.
Okay.
I'm just crocheting.
I'm sorry that y'all could hear the audio and that it was distracting. Since I am no longer employed, I can't go to my nail guy and get my nails done, so I got to do them my own god fucking damn self, and I can't find my goddamn Dremel. So we're hand filing these bitches.
Oh, wait.
And they're short.
Have you
They're
cleaned
not short.
When you loaned it to me?
Mm-hmm.
I brought it back in a bag. And
Okay.
I think it went to that shelf. However, I brought it back to you in a bag, which equals we were standing in your freaking kitchen talking, and there's no telling. So is there a random fucking grocery?
What
Do you
bag?
remember where it was a white freaking HEB bag?
Okay.
So it wouldn't be in the living room because you've had your cleaning people come.
Right. Which
But
I
it
also
would
had
be
to
in your
cancel.
room, but it could be in your room, which you haven't gotten to the point where you were letting them enter there yet.
Correct. We were so close too. Anyway, yeah, okay, I'll look in there. Maybe the coat closet. Maybe it's on a shelf in the garage. My kids are like, no, I don't know where it is. Thanks, kids. I'm pretty. Ugh.
Any hoosers. So yeah, no, I have to have my hands busy. I'm also in training 8 fucking hours a day right now, and don't get me wrong, I am very happy to be employed. I am. But I have worked in a call center. I have done customer service, and I can say, and it makes me actually really happy because dealing with certain people on phones and trying to navigate stupid freaking programs is annoying as shit. The system is very self-explanatory. The system literally drags you by the nose where you need to go. It's great. However, we're going over this, and it makes sense. And some people aren't as quick on the uptake, and that's fine because everybody learns differently. Cool, great, grand, wonderful, whatever. If I do not keep myself busy in some way, I'm going to start falling asleep. And not because I'm fucking tired. Because this is boring now, because I already understand it. Now we're just, and then I just kind of get mean, which is, and
It's
I'm
not
on camera,
usually-
so my face does not, I don't hide the bitchiness very well because I am on camera.
And mean
Whereas-
is not usually Rain's default.
I can only deal with certain questions that many times.
So I did ask Apprentice 2 if they had any insight into, because my last 3 jobs have not thrown me a going away lunch. And so since my profession is to be introspective and to be curious and to be always learning, right? I was like, okay, let me try and take this as a learning experience instead of being all pissy. So the common denominator there is me. So is there something that I'm doing incorrectly that is causing these jobs to feel this way about me? And Apprentice 2's response was, Mom, you've got really serious RBF. I was like, oh, yeah, I do. Thanks. That's it. And they're like, well, you don't really bring your whole self to work. You bring your professional self. You don't also bring your silly self and your fun-loving self that everybody else gets to see. Maybe that'll help. And I was like, all right, I'll think about it.
The thing of it is, though, and here's something that I've seen, because I have gone to, what'd you call it, Sip and Bitch,
Mm-hmm.
with the last company you worked with before this
Yes.
most recent one.
Yeah.
The thing of it is that though you do have your professional self, you also showed your other self, and you interweave your professional self with your silly self, because when you're doing certain things like, I don't know, a retrospective or trying to explain Scrum frameworks, and Dar's dancing in the background, and I hope he realizes that he will be making his YouTube debut. You may want to let him know that.
No, this will be funnier.
Okay, fair enough. But the thing of it is when you're explaining Scrum, when you're explaining Agile, because you fall right back into that when we start talking about it, which
Do I?
I would, you do, but it's because you've been doing it so long and you are a trainer, and that's how it is. You will use analogies to get people to an understanding that they may not have had. And yet you go to your default, which is, okay, so how many craft projects do you have going right now?
It's a good analogy.
So, how many, what are you working on right now? Well, I'm doing this. How can you work on all of those at the same time? I'm now going to go do that. So add another thing in there because I don't know anything about that shit. But you interweave that with your professional side. You are silly when the people that you are teaching can give you those cues that, yeah, making the jokes, doing the icebreakers, all of that's great. You can have the icebreakers and things like that, and you can be kind of silly with it, but at the same time, you have to read the room. You can't just go in there and be, batshit crazy Raven who wants to talk about this awesome fucking caterpillar that I had to keep from, crawling away from his food because he's a fucking idiot. You can't go into that, that whole rant right off the bat. You have to read the room, and you have to be able to interweave it, and you do. And I have seen you in a professional setting. I have heard you in a professional setting. You do that, but with what recently transpired, it's not that you were not approachable, because people have come to you for advice.
Yeah.
It's not that you're not approachable. Yeah, okay, we all have RBF. We all do. And if you think you don't, literally have someone take a picture of you when you're not paying attention and then show it to you and then immediately delete it. Because fuck them, that's never a good picture. I don't give a fuck what they say. Anyway. That's a whole different thing. Anyway, but you have the ability to train. You have the ability to be engaging. You can look like the meanest motherfucker, and a toddler hands you a sparkly fucking cell phone. You're gonna answer the cell phone. I don't give a shit if you are the most fucking colossal douchebag looking guy. If you're gonna answer the cell phone, otherwise, you're gonna get your ass kicked by everybody else that's surrounding that toddler.
Yeah, it's true. I don't want to get my ass kicked. Does not sound like a good, happy, fun time.
But it doesn't matter how scary you are approachable. If people do not see you as approachable, yeah, you may be having a bad day and giving off that don't fuck with me vibe. But at the same time, when you are in work mode, you are very approachable. Even if you're sitting there and you're just reading, you have a calmness to you when you're in when you're in an environment where you need to be approachable. Even when you are pissed off as fuck, because you will go out to your car, you will go out to the smoke shack, whatever, get the nicotine in your system, and then you're going to go back in, you're going to clamp
that's a
down, you're going to
thing.
go back to being, okay, I'm at work. What can I help with?
Oh no,
Yeah.
no. I'm.
No.
Oh no, I'm not disagreeing with what Rain is
No,
saying. I'm not.
if you don't want to be, if you,
I am.
no,
I am trying to apply
Harley,
it to myself, and I'm just a raging cunt on wheels when I'm in a pissy mood.
you really are.
So I think that might be a generational thing because Gen X was raised that you just fucking shut up, suck it up, and soldier on, right? And so that's what most of us do most of the time. And we're trying to take some cues from our millennial and Gen Z brethren and sister and kind of be a little bit more. All right, okay, we can laugh about this, we can joke about this, or I'm allowed to show that I'm pissed off. You know, we're trying to take those cues and bring more of our whole selves.
So here's my thought process with
I
that.
don't mean to be, but when I
No,
get
no, I don't think.
when I
Okay,
get really agitated, I was literally talking to my therapist about this my last session, visit, whatever. She was like, "What do you do when you're
your last episode.
my last episode?" Yeah, what do you do? And I was like, honestly,
I want to
I
snap.
was like, I need to usually take a break from the situation, and if it gets really bad, I need to go home. I need to go home. I need to get into my safe place and just barricade and process. But when I'm at,
And that doesn't include calling and talking to her friends.
no, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Most of the time, that includes leave me the fuck alone. I don't want anybody talking to me. I don't want anybody touching me. Don't look at me. Don't breathe in my direction. I will bite
Yeah,
your face
because
off.
the seriously pissed off Harley is not funny, but the slightly aggravated Harley that wants to go on a rant, that is fucking hilarious.
That's
I
like
love
Captain.
those.
No, the seriously pissed off Harley
Why do you
is
think I
usually
needle him?
people are afraid that I'm going to lash out at them if they make a comment or breathe the wrong way.
Well, you called it colossal cunt.
Cunt on wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not
No,
realize this until Captain brought it to my attention, but I can be very I cut to the quick. When I lash out and I hit my target and I'm causing internal damage when I do. Which is why
Mm-hmm.
I have found that when I'm at my breaking point, I need to step away. Whether that be go out and have a quick cigarette or call and bitch to Rain or Raven, and or if it gets really, really bad and my anxiety spikes, if my anxiety spikes, I actually have physical responses when my anxiety spikes really, really bad. My blood pressure goes up. I can feel my pulse in my neck without putting my hand up to it. And it's like an adrenaline crash afterwards. And I start getting a migraine. And I
Ooh.
have to I physically cannot proceed. I need to go home and get in bed and decompress.
Okay. I'm going to keep those signs in mind, because when I was talking to my new therapist yesterday, we were wrapping the session up, and it was a slightly longer session because it was this is our first time talking to each other. She needs to get to know some shit. And she was like, so I know you said that you were diagnosed with depression before, which, ladies and gentlemen of the listener panel, you've heard me talk if you listened to our mental health episode. But she said, I'm not hearing a lot of depression. I'm hearing a lot of anxiety. Have you ever been diagnosed with anxiety? And I went, no. Why? And she said, well, you mentioned that you get really anxious, like your chest is going to get tight when you're going to be late somewhere. And I went, yeah, that's normal, right? She's like, no.
Yeah,
So it's possible that I have anxiety too. Maybe that's where Apprentice 2 got it from.
my PCP.
It's all your fault.
My PCP, because I also have asthma. So I need to be able to differentiate between an asthma attack and a panic attack. And he said the most distinguishable difference between the two is in an asthma attack, you can't get air out. In a panic attack, you can't get air in. So if it feels like you can't catch your breath, it's an anxiety attack. If it feels like there's just pressure in your chest, like almost like you can't fully exhale, that's an asthma attack.
Okay, good to know.
That was what my
So,
MP
real
told
talk,
me.
with the
So
whole
if
job,
anybody says anything different, sorry. Go ahead, Raven.
yeah, no, that's good to know. With all the job bullshit, how are you guys doing? Because I'm going through the motions and pretending, but I don't think I'm okay.
So I'm starting, I think I'm starting to get a little anxious about the financial situation. I'm starting to. It's not full-fledged anxiety, but I think I'm starting to. And but part of what's helping to keep that at bay is although I would like to get into a different field, and I'm studying to do that, in the meantime, I know that I can fall back on my 10 years of experience at my most recent job, and I can go back to doing that, at least in the interim. And so that's what I've actually been putting a majority of my applications in for, is going back into that industry to at least have a income while I am working on myself to get into something different. And I've actually had some really promising feedback. I applied for
Awesome.
2 positions at one company, and I got a phone interview for those. I should be hearing back within the next couple of days on whether they're going to go forward with the next steps in the interview process. And I did a video interview for another company, which is a little weird. It was basically, they had questions and they wanted you to record yourself answering those questions within a set amount of time. So it wasn't like a person-to-person video interview. It was me just recording my answers to their questions and submitting those answers to a recruiter for them to review. Anyway, I heard back from that company today, and that basically did a phone interview today. They asked for a further breakdown of my resume to break down the last 10 years of my experience and what I was doing. So I got that over to them, and I should be hearing back from them within a week or so. I'm actually kind of more hopeful to get this position that I heard back about today than one of the other 2 positions at the other company, just because of their work structure with like work from home versus in office.
Gotcha.
stuff. So it's
Mm-hmm.
it's okay. It's not. It can be kind of tricky finding positions, but I went to the after you apply for unemployment, you can go to the workforce. They have a bunch of different locations, and you get once you do your application for unemployment, you can get enrolled to sign on to their website that you can upload and refine your resume through, and they actually have jobs specifically posted to their website that aren't open to other websites. So they have like exclusive job openings, and there's
Oh, that's good to know.
there's some opportunities on there. So I put in a couple applications through there. But yeah, just I'm okay. I'm okay. Maybe that's why maybe the building anxiety about budgetary finances and shit is causing sleep issues for me.
I mean,
Oh.
that's plausible.
So I dealt with this for 8 months.
Jesus.
And though I have a paycheck coming, get my first paycheck this week, which is pretty much already gone because I'm not making what I was at my last job. But it's a paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons I had such a hard time, even though I was putting applications out, even though I was sending my resume out, even though I was doing X, Y, and Z, depression's a bitch. And I was pretty much in a depression spiral it started about a month before the hammer fell and the contract ended for my last job. And then I was finally I would like start pulling myself out, and then I'd get a rejection letter, and then it would just knock me on my ass. Or there's something going on with the kids, or I'm looking at the house and I want to get up and do stuff, and it's fucking, it looks horrible. And I'm like, this is my house. I take pride in my house. I want to make things to go up around my house. Motherfucker. I'm going to go take a nap.
I want my Cricut back.
Well, you will get your Cricut back in a couple of weeks when I'm in your
I
town
know. I'm kidding.
for 2 weeks. I want to get past training so I can get more money and I can buy my own damn Cricut because I miss having a Cricut.
Oh, I need to clean up that other Joy for you and see if you can use it.
Of course I can use it.
Well, no, I mean, see if it will actually work.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair. So any type of change is going to cause this type of response, this type of issue.
My contact's being weird.
Well, at least it's not coming your eye.
in.
Is that what you were thinking, Harley?
No, it is not. It was. All right. So I was the asshole little sister, and I would peel open my sister's eyes while they were sleeping to try to wake them up. And
You bitch.
the eye motion she did is the same eye motion that somebody asleep does. Like she.
There's. Oh,
Okay.
no, it
stop.
feels like there's a
So-
fiber on this bitch.
So, Raven, how are you doing? And then we'll wrap up. But real talk, how are you doing? I know this is the, day 2 of your.
Yeah, it's only day 2, but it feels like it's been longer, which is really stupid because I know up here it hasn't been. And I have this list of things that I want to accomplish each day. It's something, some piece of yard work, some piece of housework, some piece of personal care, obviously applying for jobs and responding to recruiters and whatnot, and then some form of art. And for the last 2 whole days, I've managed to check off each category.
How long does it take to make a routine?
Dude, I don't want to think about that because the only reason I'm able to make this routine is because I don't have a job.
That's the rub. Is you have
Yes,
to figure
it
out
is.
how to balance that, because
It has been nice though having the time to drive Apprentice to and from school, because if they take the bus home, they don't get home until like 5:30, and they have to wait for like an hour for their bus to get to their stop, and they get to school after the first bell. So it's been kind of nice being with them in the mornings when they're all awake and crazy, and I'm not quite awake yet because I'm not a morning
oh,
person.
you are so not a morning person. No, it's figuring out how to incorporate that back in, because I've been back in the land of working, and I miss having an hour for lunch because I literally have enough time to fix something and scarf it down. Forget me spending any quality time with Captain in that break.
Yeah.
I'm lucky if I could get a 5-minute phone call into one of you ladies.
Mm-hmm.
And prior to one of y'all message Captain and tell him I'll call him back, or I'll be downstairs in a minute.
Okay.
He literally was calling, and for some reason my phone is connected to the headphones I'm currently wearing
Oh.
on top of the computer. So yeah, it's really weird when you're just like talking and then bing! It's like, why? Anyway, I had a good habit. I was making sure stuff was getting done. I was going to bed with a clean kitchen every night, and I was still going to bed with a clean kitchen every night until the weekend.
Oh yeah, weekends are my fuck off, don't mess with me, I just want to be a slug time.
No, there was this thing called Witchkin 2 was supposed to take care of some stuff. And on Sunday, I had a migraine from hell. Like, bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, we didn't hear from
And
her most of the day.
I keep getting
which is very rare.
I keep getting like the start of a migraine. And I don't know how else to describe it. It's my migraine usually doesn't slam into me. It's usually a creep in. It starts as a headache, but based off of where it is, I can tell if it's going to be a migraine or not. And I don't. It's really weird. It's bizarre. But if you've had migraines and you've had headaches,
When you
know
have
the
migraines,
difference.
you know.
And so I have I can feel the creeping migraine. I can feel the pain starting and trying to grow, but it's like when you're like learning to drive a stick and you stall out after first gear. That's what's happening. So I haven't pulled the trigger on taking any migraine medication
mine
yet.
hits me like a fucking truck.
That sucks.
Mine hits like a fucking truck.
Yeah.
I haven't had a
But-
migraine in a while. I've been having tension headaches, so I've had to learn how to relax the skin on the back of my head, which is a really weird experience. I mean, y'all, after you listen to this podcast, I want you to go ahead and just try and just sit there and relax only the skin on the back of your head. It is weird and
I
hard.
have to take my
Anyway,
hair down to do that.
So we've been going for a while. Yes, you do.
My hair's actually down, and it would look nice if my headphones weren't on.
Yeah. So we've been talking to y'all for a while. Thank you for sitting with us while we caught up with each other. And this is how real friends are supposed to be able to talk to each other. We're supposed to be able to be vulnerable. We're supposed to be able to call each other on our bullshit. We're supposed to be able to be supportive and sarcastic, when the occasion calls for it. So I hope you'll have somebody like
Sometimes
that.
all at once.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, I hope that you all have
All right.
enjoyed. I hope maybe this provides a little insight into and shows that as much as we try to convey to you
We
that
are
we're
human.
real people. Maybe this will show you that holy shit, these bitches are actually real people. Like they're not bullshitting. But if you ever want to hit us up, please do on any of our social media platforms. We are on pretty much everything. If you haven't already, please check out our Patreon, or you can chat with us and join our forums at mocmediatx.com. But I think that covers everything. So good night or goodbye. Have a good rest of your day, evening, week. See you next time.
We'll catch you next time. Catch you on the flip side.
Night, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.